Here's ABC. It's good. The assist that time from Holiday. Holiday's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. And we'll get a look at how the hustle stat game has been going for New Orleans.
Boy, their hounding, harassing effort at the defensive end, very impressive. And they forced quite a few turnovers as a result.
And they're also really getting out in transition and scoring some hoops in the fast break tonight.
New Orleans has gone into the three-point range 4 times since halftime and buried 2 of them. He kicks it to Anderson. There's the double team with Allen. Shot by Gordon, wide open. And another 3 for New Orleans.
And another three-pointer to their second half total.
Yeah, they caught that long-range bug at halftime, and it's been bombs away ever since.
Lee kicks to Koufos. The drive by Lee, using his post move to get the 2 points. Lee's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
He got a little room at the rim and laid it in. Great play.
Holiday dishes to Gordon. 1:49 left to play in the 3rd. Just 5 to shoot. And it's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over. And a quick look now at the best free throw shooting teams. 5th best, the Grizzlies.
And that's why this is an aggressive team, guys. I mean, they want to get to the rim because with that shooting percentage, why wouldn't you want to shoot free throws?
And they call an illegal screen here.
Well, if you're going to set a screen like that, you've got to make sure your feet are set.
I agree with you, and I thought maybe he was set that time, Steve. I thought it was a good screen on his part.
Some changes for New Orleans. Withey's checked in for Asik. Miller comes in for Gordon. And Walters checks in for Drew Holiday. And Memphis also making a switch. Carter's checked in. Here's ABC. Udrih grabs the board. Grizzlies have gone 7 for 16 the second half from the field, shooting a bit under 50%. They set the pick. He feeds it to Gasol. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
Well, here we can get a look at Memphis and what kind of numbers they've put up these last 10 games. First in opponent field goal shooting. Second in assists. And they are ranked 3rd in team rebounding as well. I tell you what, everybody on this team goes after the ball on the backboards.
And Clark, let's talk about that defense. I mean, #1 in the league in field goal percentage. You talked about it. They're just smothering. They really get after you. They try to attack you. They close out. They rotate well, and they're constantly covering up for one another.
Here's Withey, and that is good.
The offensive execution really well done. They got the ball in tight for the high percentage shot.
Memphis has gotten off to a very slow start from three-point range in the second half. They're 0 for 4. There's 48 seconds left in the 3rd quarter. That drive by Carter.
Vince Carter in his day, one of the most electrifying players in the NBA, a superstar in Toronto, one of the all-time great highlight reel dunkers. Those days are behind him, but he remains a very valuable and at this point, maybe even underrated NBA player.
Good on the second free throw. .44 seconds left in the 3rd. Here's Walters. He's guarded by Udrih. Here's ABC. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2. This is his first chance at the line tonight.
Well, at 89%, he has established himself as one of the league's best from the stripe.
You know, he's been one of those players they've wanted on the line as much as possible this season, especially in close games, guys.
The Grizzlies, grit and grind, known for being old school, post you up and lock you down type of basketball team.
Yeah, and that front court rotation, boy, the envy of the league, in my opinion. It's a big part of what makes this team really go.
Offensive rebound. Koufos the pass to Gasol. The feed to Udrih. Not watching the line there. That'll be a backcourt violation.
Foolish play. And he's got to be thinking out there while he's playing.
Well, the lead's only going to get bigger unless they shore up those mistakes. They've got to tighten things up here.
Here's Walters, averaging 6 points per contest from 12 feet out, and that one's good. Walters got 6 points.
The defense playing way too soft there. Guys, he's just getting right to the rim.
That's a 2 from Lee. No good trying to beat the buzzer. The 3 quarters of play all in the books, and this one all but over already. Pelicans on top, running away with it. And we'll have the start of the...
Coming up Tuesday, March 10th, Anthony Davis and the New Orleans Pelicans take on Deron Williams and the Brooklyn Nets. You don't want to.
Here now a chance to show you our assist of the game, and it's presented as always by State Farm. Mike Miller. Some changes for Memphis. The Pelicans have gone 5 of 6 from the field to start the 4th quarter on a roll. Taking a look at the Grizzlies. Z-Bo and Marc Gasol are up front. Udrich out there with Allen, and it's Green in at the small forward. And Udrich kicks to Allen. It's good. This time the assist from Udrich. Udrich has got 5 assists in the game. ABC's checked in for the Pelicans. And so here is New Orleans. Here's Walters. Here's ABC. Drills the three-pointer. ABC's got 9 points now in just the second half.
He's been working some magic out there today, guys. This lead has been largely his making.
Allen outside, and the wide-open shot from Green. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good.
It's been a real difficult game for him offensively, and it's cost him.
Pondexter, and he takes the fantastic lead pass up strong for the slam.
The defense just couldn't recover in time.
Yeah, the D pretty much went brain neutral on that one, Clark. Wouldn't
Yes,
you?
sir. I like that phrase.
Yeah, I don't use that phrase very often, but to me, that's what happened. He shifted the brain into neutral.
Yes, he did.
That was embarrassing.
Walters passes to ABC. Fires the 3. That's good. ABC's got 34.
Once again, he's able to knock down the long-range jumper. He's on automatic. Just a brilliant game.
Now Udrich. Now the dish to Allen. At the elbow, it's Gasol. Feeds it to Udrich. Memphis moving that ball around. 3 on the clock. And Green gets it to go.
How about the response? Retaliation. Impressive, huh, guys?
I'll say exactly that as well. Nice job to recover those 3 points right away.
Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here. Gasol. And so he's picked up his final foul. And he will sit for the rest of this game. Vince Carter, he's checked in for the Grizzlies.
I think we can all agree that the NBA has become a bit of a nicer, friendlier league over the past few decades. Less animosity with players and less brutal rivalries, but there is still a level of trash talking going on, and I think at times it's a factor in games. Kevin, he's been a bright spot in what's otherwise been a little bit of a struggle for this team.
Here's Walters. Passes to ABC. And you can count it. He'll go to the line with a chance to make it 3. Well, with what you guys are talking about, there are some known trash talkers in the NBA, like Kevin Garnett, but overall it does seem to have come down a little bit in recent times.
Well, a lot of that is because the league has cracked down on trash talking. The officials are much more likely to call it quick technical. So I think players have adapted and just gone about playing their game and not doing as much talking as in the past.
It's good from about 19 feet. ABC's got 41.
He is just eating this team alive with his offense. It's been a matchup nightmare.
Now Udrich dishes it to Carter, pass to Randolph. Kufis kicks to Udrich. And Carter has it in the corner. That's good, and it's Udrich with the assist that time.
They're on track here in the second half after their less than impressive first half. I mean, I think they came out with some tired legs to start, but they've turned it around. They found some energy, and they look a lot more active and engaged.
Here's ABC, and that one's good. ABC's got 43 points.
And as hot as he's been this quarter, the game plan should be simple. Get him the ball and get out of the way.
And Udrich kicks to Green. And there's the rejection. Here's ABC. He's guarded by Udrich. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
He's done a much better job of getting to the line here. Aggressively taking it inside and not shying away from contact. I thought he was settling a bit in the first. It took some time, and fans might have been unsure for a while, but clearly the Pelicans have a direction for this team now, and I think they're a franchise on the rise.
We've got 1:48 left in the fourth quarter. The shot's good from Randolph.
Intelligent passing there to make that hoop possible.
1:44 left in the fourth quarter. They double him with Green. ABC passes to Withey. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2.
Well, the old days of the dollar-for-dollar luxury tax are gone. The new, more punitive luxury tax really changing the way the league does business. Teams like the Knicks and the Lakers and the Celtics, high-revenue teams, they're not nearly as willing to go into that tax anymore, so it really has kind of leveled the playing field.
Nice shot by Randolph.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, dominating performance for the Pelicans.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought, Stephen Clark. An all-around dominant performance. Clark, and you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
I certainly did, and they just cracked it open and made it an NC. No contest.
Yeah, I like that. And with this win, they'll end up notching another victory for this year's campaign, win number 33.
This will be an important win for them. They'd lost the first 2 games of the year to this team, so they're no longer in danger of being swept when they meet the 4th time.
And, Steve, you better believe that's important. It's one thing to lose both games of an interconference series. It's a whole different story losing all 4 games to a team from your own conference.
And what a huge standout performance it was for ABC. He was really important under the basket, making great plays down low and getting in position to pull in all those rebounds.
And, Steve, you mentioned the new luxury tax, and Clark and I talk about it all the time. It's an incremental system. Clark, you know, it starts at 150% above the $15 million over the cap. The tax is 325%.
And, Kevin, that's before you get into the repeater penalties. If a team pays the luxury tax 4 out of 5 seasons in a row, you tack on another 100%. Those numbers could even affect big market teams.
Well, good teams tend to have a defined style of play. Steve, the Grizzlies had grit and grind, but it seems they're going away from it now.
Kind of a throwback style, Kevin, but it suited their personnel perfectly, particularly with Randolph and Gasol down low. The slower pace lent itself to better defense for them, and they really pounded you inside, that's for sure.
And it's Green missing.
All the defender had to do there was just stay close to him, and he did.
Here's ABC, guarded by Green. Miller, the pass to ABC. From the arc. And that one's good.
And they're not finished yet. They're going to make sure about this win.
Yeah, that's how you close out a game, Steve.
So we see the Pelicans take it.